Paolo, you said you wanted a performance of dignity. Did you get that today?
Yeah. For what we saw, there was a dignified performance with desire, ambition. Obviously, in this moment we don't have many weapons in our side for try to damage more the opponents. But at the end of the day, my players keep in discipline all the game, and they try to give everything, but wasn't enough to get a point. At the end, again, Bale made the difference. Obviously, even previously they should score a goal. They had a chance to score a goal, but in terms of discipline, desire, ambition, I saw what I want to see from my player. That is, in my opinion, the maximum that we should do today. So they did well. Obviously, I'm happy.
You mentioned discipline there. Is it a bit of a problem, the red cards that have popped up in the last few games?
But obviously, if you play against any side in the league, for most part of the game, now today was 16 minutes to go plus 4, so 20 minutes against Tottenham away from home is difficult to under the pressure. They desperate and need to win this game. With their ability was difficult. You can't consider one man to the opponents. In the last few games we did very bad in terms of discipline. We have to change this because for improve you need to work hard mentally and physically during the week, otherwise it's difficult. Otherwise this is what can happen when you are tired, or maybe when you don't know what doing because you don't prepare yourself well. But it's not a David Vaughan case today, but in general. So that obviously we paid a price. Fortunately it wasn't very tough because it's obvious that we maintain the league, we know this, but in the future we have to change.
In 7 games, 2 months, have you made your mind up about the futures of some of the players?
No, of course, I have a clear picture in front of me. Now I'm going to sit at the table with the chairman, with Ellis, and we are going to see what's going on, because it's obvious that if we want to have a different future in terms of result positive, we have to bring not only good players but with a professional ethic, be a real professional. Otherwise it's difficult. A good footballer that perform at 40-50% of the potentiality they got because they go blurry for many reasons, or because they go out, or because they take the training session, like if it's a hobby, it's difficult to change things, So we have to make sure that we are going to bring in good players, good professionals that can give satisfaction to everybody.
No Phil Bardsley today. I know a couple of the players maybe perform without dignity off the field this week. Has their card been marked now with you?
They can't stay with me, the people that behave like that, because in this occasion obviously it was for me easy to push those people out because I'm talking about strict rules, and then I discovered the day after that the people spent nearly all night out in the way you saw, so I don't have to explain what happened. So I was disgusted in some way. Those people can't train with me. I know also that sometimes someone can make a mistake. I did that, not did that in the past. I made a mistake in the past, but not in this manner, obviously. Maybe in a different way. You can excuse sometimes because the excuse was Wigan lost the game, but this can be. If every time we win one game or we are happy, we are going to behave like that, it's ridiculous and pathetic. And also, if the people don't care about the reaction of the family, they don't care about this at 30 years of age, not 20 years of age, it's difficult to change the brain. So we have to be careful in the future. Now I don't want to talk about him because it's obvious we told everything we should, in this case. But in the future we have to be clear because otherwise it's difficult to deliver a different job that we saw this year. So suffering until the end of season.